We long for the comfort of home, a steady place to rely on. Yet we return home, and home has changed, as have we. My home, Palo Alto, California, lies in the heart of Silicon Valley and is defined by change. It's become synonymous with technological innovation and growth. A high-pressure environment yielding high-value results. It's an entrepreneurial haven or a place of irresponsible, wealthy founders run amok, depending on who you ask. I drove around Silicon Valley with a camera, scouring public spaces for meaning. The internet is seemingly formless and shapeless. But what is it actually like, living in the place where the internet is run? I was inspired by films like Chantal Akerman's News from Home, where she overlays footage of 1970s New York with a voiceover of her reading her mother's letters, and James Benning's California trilogy, where each film contains 35 2.5-minute fixed shots of locations around California. These filmmakers utilize wide, uninterrupted shots to draw out the monotony of everyday life and create small scenes of people engaging with spaces. With this practice in mind, I visited Apple, Google, and Facebook to see what I could see. Google was relatively open, offering tech tourists the opportunity to act as Googlers for a day. Apple and Facebook are closed to the public, save for a random park or a carefully designed visitor center. Many of the campuses lay somewhat dormant due to changes in policy after COVID-19. Facebook was founded a year after I was born. I've come of age with some of the big tech jargonauts. Big tech wasn't always big. It matured. I'm pretty sure they don't allow keg stands at the Facebook headquarters anymore. Maturity can be a good thing. Move fast and break things only works for so long. But there is also an idealism that we lose as we mature. Mission-driven companies get corroded by profit incentives. Priorities shift towards growth at the expense of user well-being. In the late 1880s, Leland Stanford, a railroad robber baron and the founder of Stanford University, developed a system for breeding horses. He took young colts and ran them into the ground, seeing which endured. Despite the cost, he bred incredible horses. His method was named the Palo Alto system. Cultural critic and Palo Alto native Malcolm Harris connects that system to today, as Palo Alto continues finding talent early and building it up, regardless of the consequences. Palo Alto isn't necessarily a safe place to grow up. The area has suffered from a high-teen suicide rate. Wealth and influence protect the community from a lot, but it hasn't prevented high school students from taking their own lives on the railroad tracks. This is not something that I need to be told. I've witnessed the pressures of the Palo Alto system firsthand. I remain deeply mystified by the place that I come from. It is so ahistorical, so forward-looking, at the expense of the past. As I continue my inquiry, I plan to look into the archive, the Internet Archive, that is, to see what remnants of young tech companies remain, as well as scour my family archive for evidence of myself. Problems on the internet are reflected in Palo Alto. Problems in Palo Alto are reflected on the internet. The fact is hiding in plain sight. Melding the past and the present, the physical and the digital, we can reveal a truth about technology, power, and self. For me, though, I'm really just trying to understand a little bit more about my home. Thank you.